Hello, welcome back to Mark's House and Garden UK. This is a very healthy Aloe Vera plant, and this is an Aloe Vera disaster. The one on the left is how the one on the right should look, and indeed that's how it did look before I got my hands on it. I'll show you some footage of what this plant looked like when I bought it. I know what I've done wrong. I've kept that one inside in the kitchen, the one on the left, which is still healthy. The one on the right I kept inside until the end of April, and then I brought it outside rather foolishly, assuming that the cold weather had gone, and went off on holiday to South Africa, where there are thousands of these plants. And when I got back, this is what it looked like. I'm very sorry. Sad specimen. They don't mind cold, but they don't like cold and wet, and that's exactly what I've subjected it to. And it's virtually killed it. Behind me is a bathtub full of gravel. Gravelly soil. It's mainly gravel, so it's incredibly well drained. And there's one of those perspex sheets that you get on conservatory roofs. So today we're going to conduct an experiment to see if we can bring that sorry looking aloe vera back to life. Now, if you're watching this video, the experiment has already taken place and the results will be at the end, so you will get completion, a full story in one video, because I'm not going to publish this video until 2 or 3 months down the line when we see what happens. I'm going to separate it. I'm going to cut off all the dead leaves, and I'm going to try and plant what remains, hopefully 4 or 5 little core plants into the gravel in this bathtub. That one's going back in the kitchen for now, where it's safe. I'm also going to try and plant some leaf cuttings. Now, I know when you're doing aloe vera leaf cuttings, you're supposed to pull them off, cut them, and then let them heal. Let them develop a callus for about a week to 10 days before you plant them. I'm not going to do that today. Whatever leaves I get off these are getting planted in the same bathtub. The lid's going on, a brick's going on top of it, so it's like a little hothouse. And we'll see. This could be root rot. It could be the fact that there's too many in one pot. It could be the fact that it's been cold and wet. There could be a whole host of reasons why that's responded it has the way it has. But hopefully, after today, when it gets in this dry, hot bathtub with a lid on, it should start to recover. So let's get to it. I'm going to take that one out of shot and to safety over here. And then we can come back to this one and empty it out onto this plant tray. And I've got 2 cameras running on this job, so hopefully you'll be able to see in close-up on this camera what's going on. So basically just teasing it out of the pot for now. It is pretty root bound. The roots are intact and they're not particularly rotten. So let's see if we can tease these apart and hopefully get some roots with each one. Very carefully and gently get my thumb in between each plant. I'm not too worried about protecting the leaves that are above the ground at this stage because, in all honesty, most of them are a little bit past it. But what I would like to do is try and get each of these plants separated with a little bit of root. I'm slightly encouraged actually by the fact that there is green at the bottom of these stems, so that might be a good sign. Let's keep rotating it. Now, I was never sure whether this was one plant or several plants, and it does seem to be one plant with lots of pups. So let's keep pulling away at it and see what happens. See if we can at some point detach one. Now there's one come away, and it does have a little root. That root will not sustain that whole plant, so let's Let's take some plants off it. Let's be brutal. You've got to be cruel to be kind sometimes when you're gardening. So let's get a lot of these off. I bought this plant from a market stall in London and I transported it across London on the tube, which was an interesting journey. Anyway, let's keep going at that and see if we can't recover something from the ashes and create a phoenix from this aloe. There's a tiny little leaf coming through the centre there. That is going to get planted in this gravel. I'll do all the planting in one shot in a minute, so I'll just place it on top of there for safety for now. And of course these leaves, we'll stick some of these in as leaf cuttings. So I'll just put them over there. In fact, I shall put them in that pot. They won't all get planted, just what I think are the best ones. Here's another one. And again, I'm just tearing it off, hopefully recovering some of the roots I have there, look. And again, we shall slice off some of these pretty rotten leaves that are clearly not ever going to recover and that are damaged beyond repair. So off it comes, off it comes. And off it comes. There is a little leaf in the centre there which has still got some green on it. So again, we shall hope for the best with that. And that can be another little culprit for replanting in the bathtub. So, I seem to have 5, approximately, little stumpy aloe vera plants. First thing I'm going to do is get those in. Now, I am going to water them. I'm going to water them around the base. I'm not going to water the top because I don't want any more water sitting in that crown of a plant. So we'll start with these at this end and then we'll go to that end and do some leaf cuttings. What have I got to lose with this experiment? Nothing really. Well, this is very well drained, as I've already said. It's basically gravel with some soil in it. Now that's got a bit sticking up the top there, which is going to clash with that lid. So, in for a penny, in for a pound. I'll take that off as well, but I'm going to stick that up there as a cutting, see what happens. Here's number 2. I mean, in a sense, this might provide a model for propagating aloe vera, but I'll be satisfied if one of these survives, let alone 5 of them or even any of the leaf cuttings. Indigo, that's got hardly any roots on it at all, that one. But it's got 2 chances. And as I've already said, you're about to see whether it's worked or not, because I'm not publishing this video until I've got the results. Don't cheat, don't be looking ahead. I think it's safe to say that you'll be getting some results one way or another. Now this one's got quite a lot of root on it, quite a lot of green material in it, so I'm hopeful for that one. And in it goes. I'm actually burying them slightly deeper than the crown, so the gravel is actually going up and above. It gives them more stability. You're supposed to let that callus for a week before you plant them. I haven't got the time or energy. In it goes. So I have 5 big stumps, a little baby one, and 20 leaf cuttings. It's now going to be a question of wait and see for me, but you will see the results in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome back. Are you ready for the big reveal? Mixed results. Here we go. I will bring the camera in closer so that you can get a better view. 100% success on the aloe vera plants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every single one of them has come back to life in a big way. We've got some lovely growth. Let me tell you what I did. After about a month, I took this off the top and I revealed them to the light. So they had natural watering from the rain and they had great sunlight. And I'm absolutely delighted to tell you that all 6 of them, as you can see as I'm speaking, have sprung back into life. They're looking healthy, they're glowing, beautiful green leaves, and every single one of them has got new leaves coming out of the centre. What I need to do now is get these planted up into individual pots before the end of the summer in well-drained soil and get them somewhere light so that they can get some new roots established, and then I will be taking them inside for the winter. So, brilliant news, I think, on the Aloe Vera Rehabilitation. I've got 6 plants here now. I spent £15 on the original plant, and I've got 6 here, and they're probably worth £10 each. So, you know, it's been a great investment. Now, I said mixed results. Not a single one of the cuttings has taken. They've all rotted. They're anemic. So I know I didn't follow the recommended procedure. You are supposed to let the leaves develop a callus at the end before you plant them. I didn't do it. I planted them straight in, and the results are correspondingly bad. But I am over the moon about this. And whilst I've been talking to you, we've been giving you some close-up footage, but the results speak for themselves. It's clear. Aloe vera need heat, they need good drainage, they need light. They do not like to be cold and wet. Hope you've enjoyed that experiment. Oh, by the way, dates. The original date for the original filming was the 28th of June. We're now on the 7th of September, so that's all of July, all of August, 2 days of June and 7 days of September. So 2 months and 9 days, and we've had these results. So pleased, so happy. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any experience of aloe vera, then do drop them in the comments below this video, and we can all benefit from your experience. And I will see you soon for some more aloe vera adventures. Bye for now.